Now, the word sustainability has become so ubiquitous that it's easy to forget it's actually a relatively recent addition to our language. It virtually didn't even exist until 1975, according to this Google search of about 500 million books published from 1500 to today. Its use since 1977 has increased more than 100-fold, and its use in everyday language has probably increased even more, especially in Australian neighbourhoods where there is an abundance of two-storey homes, SUV cars, and people who vote green or teal. But the most alarming rise of this word's use has been in education. It appears no less than 281 times in the new Australian school curriculum, and it's embedded into every subject, no matter how unrelated to the environment or science. So we hear this word constantly, and we're teaching it to our kids. But what does it actually mean? Its widely accepted meaning is the use of the world's natural resources in such a way as to not inhibit future generations enjoying the same standard of living. But this isn't entirely true. For a start, we no longer care so much about the prosperity of future generations. We saw this during the COVID lockdowns. Countries like Australia racked up debts that our grandchildren will be paying off, and nobody raised an eyebrow. The financial ability of future generations to enjoy our standard of living wasn't even considered when these loans were taken out. Sustainability similarly condemns future generations to reduced prosperity. Sure, the United Nations and other globalist organisations talk endlessly about sustainable development, but this has less to do with development than it does with developed nations donating money to undeveloped ones, and even then the money is often tied to impractical green schemes. The true economic cost of sustainability is never calculated because we all know it will be onerous, especially to the world's poorest people. In some ways, sustainability for the future shouldn't matter at all, especially to the young. Young people are not encouraged to start families, and according to the latest census, fewer and fewer of us believe in God or an afterlife. So nothing related to us in any meaningful way will exist after we die. This life is all we have, according to the zeitgeist. So why should we care if the planet is sustainable or not? Well, that's because sustainability is a religion, a new moral framework that fills the vacuum created when we abandoned old religions and traditions like Christianity, patriotism, and the family.